Conrad Veidt, the original inspiration for the Joker, from the 1928 film The Man Who Laws. Colorized photograph of the Grand Duchess Elizabeth Fyodorovna in 1887. Teen Errol's hanging out at a skating rink parking lot in the 1970s. This picture was taken in 1956 of Clint Eastwood when he was 26 years of age. A young Robert De Niro with his father, Robert De Niro Sr. Rush, 1977. Walt Disney takes a final stroll through Disneyland before the gates open in 1955. Baseball legend Hank Aaron sitting at a gas station in Mobile, Alabama back in 1974, a week before he broke Babe Ruth's home run record. Tina Turner, 1978. Celebrities on the TV game show Hollywood Squares in 1973. Carl Weathers and Jean-Claude Van Damme on the set of the film Predator, 1987. A newlywed couple waiting for their McDonald's order. Clint Eastwood, Eli Wallach, and Lee Van Cleef on the set of the film The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, 1966. The Statue of Liberty in its original copper form before it was transported to New York City. Who remembers Deborah Van Valkenburg as Mercy in the cult film The Warriors, 1979? Betty White, 1940. CBS employee Barry Manilow in The File Room, 1965. A postman with a baby in his mailbag when it was possible and legal to send children through the U.S. Postal Service, 1913. Blackfoot tribe members stand proud at Glacier National Park in Montana, 1913. One of the last photographs taken of the legendary comedy duo Laurel and Hardy in 1956. A rare photo of a beautiful Moroccan Jewish woman in traditional clothing. AC/DC enjoying the sun in Brazil, 1985. Diana Ross dancing at Studio 54 in 1979. Amelia Earhart emerges after deep-sea diving off Block Island in 1929. Only Cool Kids Rhoda Schwinn. Linda Carter as TV's Wonder Woman in 1975 and now at the age of 69. A giant spider crab found in Japan, 1904. Dolly Parton with her husband Carl Dean, together since her first day in Nashville. An unconscious Babe Ruth running into a wall after chasing after a foul ball during the first game of a doubleheader with the Senators in 1924. Here's some groovy bathroom decor in a JCPenney catalog from 1970. Michelle Pfeiffer, 1979. Don Knotts with his second wife Laura Lee, 1970s. Marilu Henner and Shirley MacLaine in a scene from Cannonball Run 2. Ruth Law bought her first airplane from Orville Wright in 1912. A deserted Ottoman supply train that was ambushed by Lawrence of Arabia during World War I. German rock band Scorpions in 1965. Sir Ian McKellen with his stunt and scale doubles on the set of Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. A breastplate that belonged to 19-year-old Antoine Frevaux. He didn't survive the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. British actor, comedian, Marty Feldman. Game show host Alex Trebek sporting some groove sideburns in 1970. The line of customers at the grand opening of the first McDonald's in Moscow, 1990. Betty Robinson was the first Olympic gold medalist for the women's 100 meters dash in 1928. She was only 16 years old. Volkswagen cars at the Port of New York, 1973. Bathing suit police / beach censors enforcing modesty at Venice Beach, 1929. Real or fake, this triple-decker bus in Berlin, Germany could revolutionize public transportation. A member of the Queen's Guard sentry getting charmed at the Tower of London in 1953. Colorized photograph of a worker standing on the unfinished Golden Gate Bridge in 1935. Henry McCarty, Billy the Kid, Doc Holliday, Jesse James, and Charlie Bowder in Las Vegas, New Mexico in 1879. Legendary entertainers Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, and Dean Martin. Workers pose next to the chain used for the Titanic's anchor, 1910. Groovy photo of Debbie Harry from 1984. Doris Eaton Travis was the last of the acclaimed Ziegfeld girls. Here's a 1960 Ford Spaceliner. Salvador Dali walking his anteater in Paris, 1969. In 1975, the Eagles landed their first #1 album when One of These Nights hit #1 in the U.S. The Traveling Wilburys, 1988. Photo by Neil Preston. A smiling postman in Chicago poses with a load of Christmas parcels in 1929. A classic photo booth portrait, 1960s. The 1930 Steam Line KJ Henderson motorcycle is from the past but looks like it's from the future. Robin Williams signs autographs and tells stories at a homeless shelter in Boston, 1988. Vintage photograph taken at Sunset Boulevard in Beverly Hills, 1925. Circular house arrangements in Brøndby Garden City, outside of Copenhagen, Denmark. Detta KRP in Cincinnati actress Loni Anderson, 1978. Brooklyn Supreme was the world's largest horse, and it weighed 3,200 pounds. Stylish undergraduates walk through Cambridge University, 1926.